Question is, are you ready for some football? It's the 49ers and the Vikings, and it's coming up next.
This taken in at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 34-yard line.
Now a give right side. Mitchell. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10.
On 2nd down, it's Mitchell. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
2-yard gain on the play.
Now Garoppolo. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air, eluding the pressure right. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Meanwhile, Cousins' throw complete to his receiver, Thielen. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
To the air again, it's Cousins. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Credit the sack to Fred Warner. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a great job on special teams to down it as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
right? He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped at his tracks at about the 3. Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back near his goal line. Here's Rush coming, and he's taken down. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him. CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. We can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And yet again, nowhere to run. This time, maybe we'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
They knew they were going to have great field position, went all out, got a little too aggressive.
And you have to understand your angles. They'll cut down when they're that backed up. You've got to be careful going after them.
A bit of an opening there on the 1st down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Garoppolo now. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. And here's a handoff out of the gun. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk, and that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. 1st level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop. Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3 and out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a 1st down.
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll check in with our Jonathan Coachman. He'll have highlights and analysis of the 1st half, and our highlights will likely be on the defensive side of the football here. Scoreless game, being chased out left. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
And he's got this down to the 35. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Cousins. Flushed out right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Throwing is Cousins. Out to his left. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His 1st read wasn't there. Heck, his 2nd read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Kirk Cousins on the connection to Justin Jefferson as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here in the this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. So that drive in total 8 plays, and it's polished off by a Viking score. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Second down and goal. Garoppolo. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Gold with the extra point, and we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes Kirk Cousins now to lead his offense back out there. And he's been fun to watch run the football. We know he can pass, but using his legs effectively here in this one.
No doubt about it. Watch him maneuver in the pocket.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now Cousins on the move to his left. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Cousins to throw it, buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run, deep left side. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
Throwing, Cousins. There's Jefferson to pull that in. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. It'll be a gain of 24 on the play. And they're going to face a 3rd down. Cousins. Flush to his right. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. A 4th and short, had your offense out there. That one stings.
And you know something? Your options change dramatically. Not only is it tougher to go for it, but what if you decided just to line up and try and draw them off sides? If you did it on 4th and short, you can pick up the cheap first down. Now, you still won't get a first down even if you do exactly the same thing.
So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Kene Nwagu now out of his end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it.
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play there for Minnesota.
So when's the best time to take the big shots downfield? When you think a defense least expects it, and I think the first play of the third quarter qualifies. They came right out firing.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Joseph on for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Getting it out left side to Sanu. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Garoppolo to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 48 yards rushing for him now to this point. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's got room. 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Elijah Mitchell, 47 yards. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. Gold able able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal.
49ers 14.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They start the drive with Cook. And he's across the 43, extra yards to the 43. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Cook. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. First down, here's the run with Cook. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and...
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's got this down to the 35. Cook. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. So both teams trade touchdowns in the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. On 2nd down now, it's Cook. About 3 yards there to the 27. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run with Cook. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
6-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Again, it's Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Niners set to take over on offense. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive, blitz coming, and down he goes. There for the sack, Everson Griffin. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 17. To throw is Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over in your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
On 2nd and 2, Cousins. They'll roll him out right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And he'll try and throw here on the fake. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Joseph now to have the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that drive, 4 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And as we peer at the numbers, he got off to a struggling start, but since then really found his rhythm.
And I think that comes together with not just the halftime adjustments, but just that quiet confidence. If you just keep doing the things you've been working on, eventually there will be creases. You know, find those gaps in the defense, keep working on them, and maybe what didn't happen very well for you in the beginning of the game, it starts to open up as the game moves on.
They'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Now Garoppolo, gotta have this one. This is caught, it's Sanu. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Got a man, that's Ayuk. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good game. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the officials saw as this play will stand as is. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Mitchell. And the 49ers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. And it's caught. It'll go as a loss on the play. Now that you need down here, it's going to be 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Now, defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Elijah Mitchell. He scored on the ground and one through the air. And the 49ers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Gold with the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They run it again with Cook. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. On 3rd down, Cook. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. I love the look you just gave me because I know what you're thinking. If you're going to run towards the perimeter, you better either stay in bounds or get the first down, or both. He did neither.
Imagine the looks he's getting right now from his team, from his coaches. They go over those scenarios all the time, and as you said, he did neither.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Charles, we saw it.